There are nearly 700 and up NES games in the world, each varying in shape, form, and fashion. Many genres, many companies, many plots, and overall many different games. Us as gamers and collectors can't keep up with every single game, so it's my duty to provide you with facts and opinions on these games, from unlicensed to official Nintendo first-party games. I'm ShadowRaven, and this game is serious business. Come on, want some? Want some? You can't beat me at this. I'm the boss. Come on. Yeah. Haha. Want some? This game is too hard. Back in the 80s and early 90s, the NES had a huge number of titles with challenge. And just as the name entails video game, the game is supposed to have challenge. And that's something that adds fun to it. With challenge, it just has more of a play value and more of an oomph and kind of drive to keep playing. With modern games such as Call of Duty, you just die by a quick scope and you respawn. Die, you respawn, die, respawn, die, respawn, so on, so forth. But with the NES games, you have a set number of lives. Once you're dead, you're done. Of course, some cartridges had batteries, and of course you had save passwords and stuff, but the main principle here is once you die, you're dead. Now, I'm not trying to hate on modern consoles, but I'm just stating here that the NES has a more play value. It has more challenge to it. And a game that displays this the most is Contra. Contra, named obviously after the rebel group in Nicaragua, but the game really doesn't follow any of that plot. Contra was a game developed in 1987, a run-and-gun action game. It was developed in 1987 by Konami. Most of you know from the awesome Konami code that gives you 40 lives, which you will be needing because you die a lot. Die! But like I was stating, challenge adds more fun to the game, in my opinion. So Contra was a game developed by Konami in 1987 for the arcades, and in 1988 they ported it to the Nintendo Entertainment System, thank God, because this game is so phenomenal. Now most of you kids back in the 80s remember this. Unfortunately, I was not born in the 80s, so I had to stick around for the N64, which was okay too, but pretty much all you 80s kids knew this game. It was the coolest game on the block. Everybody wanted to have it that owned an NES. It was a cool game, it was hip, and it's super fun to this day. It has a great amount of play value, it has a really catchy soundtrack, and by goodness, it is hard. So one thing that saved us was the Konami code. It's time for video game knowledge with ShadowRaven.
Young lads and laddesses, if that is the proper term for female, I don't know. This is ShadowRaven with your daily video game knowledge, and today I bring you the Konami code. Konami code gives you 40 extra lives on the hardest crap game, Contra, the late great Konami code, founded in 1988. Okay, first thing you're gonna need to do, you need to get your thumb. You're gonna put it on the D-pad. You're gonna press up, and you're gonna do that twice. You're gonna go up, up. This is hard. And you're gonna go to the down. You're gonna go up, up, down, down. This part's tricky. Left, right. Do it twice. It's twice. So all together now, it's up, up, down, down, left, right. And then the next part. The next part's gonna blow your diaper into the trash. Yeah. You're gonna go B, that B button, you know, you shoot it, and you shoot the guns and the spread guns, boom boom, with that button. And then you're gonna press A, as in anus, and then you're gonna press the start button, like you're gonna start the Konami code. Now all together, don't poop yourself. It's up, up, down, down, left, right, B, A, start. Woo! You've learned the Konami code. Now go get all them spinsteresses. Get them ladies, them heezies up in the DZ and use your Konami code to impress them, and maybe they won't spray mace in your eyes. This has been Video Game Knowledge with ShadowRaven. Now back to your business video. Or you can leave, because it sucks. Bye!
Sorry about that last clip. I went to see Dr. Mario. I've been having a little bit of a fever. But, as you can see, you now know the Konami code. So whenever you want to play Contra and it's really hard, you get extra lives. Okay, so now off that topic, let's talk about how the game mechanics all work together, and just how the gameplay and the music all sound together, and just how the game all solidly fits together. So, my all-time main concern about games is not graphics. Music takes a big role, but it's not always music, it's if the game is fun or not. And I think that's what video games should be about. If the game is fun, play it. If it's not, don't play it. If you like the music, play it. If you don't play it. If you like graphics, that's stupid. No, I'm just kidding. If you like graphics, then if you don't like the graphics in the game, don't play it, which I'm not a big person to brag about that or complain about that. But if that's you, you can go with that. So my main concern about a video game, any type of video game, is if it's fun or not. And my personal belief on Contra is it is by far one of the funnest games on the NES. Run and gun shooting, that is. Now, out of the entire NES library, Contra is by far in my top 10. Pretty much my top 5. Now, Contra is a very fun game. If you like this kind of game, if you like shoot-'ems games and shoot-'em-ups, if you like side-scrolling, if you like run and gun like Metal Slug, if you like any kind of game like this, Contra is the game that you need to play. And most people that are watching this have probably played Contra somehow in their lives. It's an extremely prominent game, and there's no doubt that it's why it shouldn't be. Like I said before, pretty much any kid on the block had this game if their parents would allow them to have it, and I'm pretty sure that you somehow got to play this game if you're older than the age of 20 to 25. This game is extremely fun, and this is coming from a 13-year-old kid. I'm not the kind of kid to complain about graphics like I just said. I'm the kind of person to see if a game is fun, and this game is freaking fun as crap. You can sit down and have a super fun time with this game. Although the game is extremely hard, it is extremely fun. It has a great play value. Like I said, the soundtrack is great, and it's just an overall extremely fun game. If you're into the war kind of stuff like me, and you like retro games, this is definitely a game you need to check out. I'm pretty sure you've played it, but if you haven't, you have to pick it up. It's not a very common game, but it's not really uncommon either. It's a game you could probably go to a retro video game store and find. It's really, really worth it. Now, on to the music. Now, I'm a huge person to go about music. I'm a huge musician, I DJ, I play guitar, I play the piano, I play even ocarina. I love drumming too. That's way off topic, but I'm the kind of person that loves to compose music. So music plays a big role in video games for me. So Contra has a really great soundtrack. It has that kind of action movie soundtrack, and that is really good to have with an action game. It goes along great. You wouldn't want to have Dire Docks playing with something like, I don't know, like Hybrid Heaven or something. You wouldn't want to have something playing like that. You would like to have some kind of action music playing with this. And Contra has a great action chiptune sound. It has the great, like I said with Dr. Mario, my first episode, it has that kind of, that barbershop quartet kind of feel, but this just has a great action feel. Here's the jungle theme. I'll cut away from the audio and let you guys hear the jungle theme. It's a really great theme. Thanks, Brutal Floss. Now, every time I hear this song, I think of your lyrics, which is cool with me because you're freaking awesome. Now, on to the rest of the game. Now, if the game's fun, and after music, I always think about how the gameplay flows. And Contra flows pretty freaking awesome. And there's actually one flaw inside the gameplay. Say you're playing with your best friend. Say I invite my good old friend Linkman17031 over, and we pop in Contra, and we play a little bit. And say he's getting all adrenaline pumped up and listening to the jungle theme and shooting some freaking baddies, just boom, boom, boom. Well, say he's getting all just freaking psyched, man. He starts going ahead of the frames. Well, it'll kill me, and I won't have a best friend anymore because I'll die, and then I'll have to stab him, and then he'll see dead people. Okay, I'm sorry, but yeah, that's the main flaw. You'll go and you could jump frames, and your friend will get you killed, and it's really, really annoying if you start playing and you just keep dying all the time. But other than that, there's really no flaws really big inside the gameplay. Contra is a really fun game. It has great gameplay, the soundtrack is really great, it has that really adrenaline rushing kind of sound for the NES. Now, I don't want you guys to think like, wow, ShadowRaven is really bad with music. He can listen to that 8-bit stuff and think it's freaking cool. Now, no, but the soundtrack for a chiptune kind of sounding game is freaking awesome. And it just has a really great sounding soundtrack, gets you in the mood, I guess, and it just goes along great with the entire game of Contra. And just the entire gameplay just all fits together well. The game just goes all well, it just glues it together with awesome NES glue, and then you can pop it in and have a great time. So my main point here is that Contra has awesome play value, and you need to go check it out if you don't have it.
So overall, a complete summary, Contra is a fantastic game. Here is its rating chart. Out of 8 bits, its music gets a 7. Its music is really adrenaline rushing, it has a great sound to it, it gets you pumped up. Number 2, its gameplay. Its gameplay, in my opinion, is an 8. A solid 8. Being a huge run and gun fan, I love it. It's very fun, the game is phenomenal, and its gameplay is seriously great. And its controls get a 6 out of 8 bits for me. Now, I'm not saying its controls are bad, but if you're playing co-op, which most people actually prefer to do, it kind of gets in the way, to be honest. It has that feeling, just if they jump screens, you can die, and it just gets really annoying. Kind of like Battletoads. If you hit your friend, you hit him and you can kill him. So that gets really annoying. I'm not saying the controls are bad, but overall, that can get really annoying. So, Contra's cartridge itself, its label actually looks really cool. Now, like Dr. Mario, I'm really not fortunate enough to own the box to Contra because I don't have that much money, and I haven't been able to run across it. But overall, its label is not too shabby. You have the awesome looking C, and you have the 2 main characters, and you have a little alien in the back. It has that kind of same always Konami little logo and spine. Overall, the label's not too lame. It's pretty cool, and it's pretty awesome. If I were a kid in the 80s, I would definitely want that game. So overall, out of the entire scale of music, gameplay, and controls, music gets a 7, gameplay gets an 8, and controls get a 6 out of me. So overall, the game is going to get probably a 7.5 to 8 on my scale. I love the game so much that I'm going to give it an 8-bit because I love the game so much. It's extremely fun, and Contra is freaking awesome. So Contra is worth an 8 bits on my scale.
Hey,
Yeah.
faggot. That's
Wait,
so
what was that?
idiot.
Come on my show and tell me that, you douche. If it's Sony, I'm what? But overall, the game is going to be an 8 bits on my scale. The label itself isn't too bad. I like it. It's pretty cool. And overall, the gameplay is really fun. The music is really awesome. And the controls aren't too bad either. Just that one malfunction kind of gets in the way. But overall, the game is really fun. You need to go check it out if you haven't played it. So I hope you guys learned a little bit about Contra on this episode. Hopefully I helped you choose if you wanted to get it or didn't want to get it. And if you're still debating, don't be debating. You need this game. It's really fun, and it's totally worth however much you have to pay. The price range I would give it would be anywhere from $12 to $25. I know this sounds like a little bit much, but it's not a really common game. In my opinion, it's worth it. It's really good to have in the collection, and it's really fun too. So overall, Contra is a great game. You need to get it. Its sequel is Super C, and it's pretty dang good too. So overall, Contra is a great game. You need to check it out. And I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Serious Business. I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry for my tongue tie there. I'm not the best professional talker in the world. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you click that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Make sure you click that like button and leave me a comment on how I did. And just leave a comment. Maybe you can give me some suggestions of games you would like to see. Thank you to all of my viewers. I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, God bless and happy gaming. Make sure you guys keep it retro and keep it down on the cool level of 8-bits. And this game, right here, Contra, is serious business.